Hello again and welcome back here. Let's focus on this chair. Let's try to give it a material. Alright, so this is the image of the chair. Maybe we can make this a little bit big. Alright, let's start with the wood material. Alright, let's grab this piece and let's open the material section and let's try to find something cool and let's search for wood. Hit enter. Alright, choose all, don't forget that because we're still in the ceramic section. And let's try to find something nice to apply here. Let's keep browsing and let's see which one we can use. I guess this one will be cool. Just click and drag and let's put it right here. Alright, for some reason that doesn't work. Why? Maybe this one? For some reason I can't apply this material and this one as well. I don't know why. Let's try to find something else. Let's see if this one works. Yeah, this one I can download it and it's very cool, by the way. Yeah, I think I will stick with this one. Alright, here, as you know, we have a piece of rubber. So maybe we can use the wire material and apply it here. I think that will work. And the wood direction, I like it to be like this. And I don't think this makes sense. As you can see here, the wood direction in this image, or maybe this one, it goes around this cylinder, and I think that's not correct. But this one is better. So I will go to the material section and open another slot here and let's search for wire and let's keep the wire here. All right, now I will tab and I want just to focus on this face and this one. Hit Control L just to grow the selection to select just these two pieces, and then I will go to the wire and hit assign. And now I just assigned the wire material on these two selected pieces. And now I can tab out. And there we go. Cool. And now I just need to do the same thing for all of these. So this material called wood 004, I will double click it and then I just want to change this and type, for example, underscore care just to recognize it. And now I will grab this and this search for wood underscore care and then add it. All right, I think it's stretched a little bit. All right, but we can fix that. Tab, hit A, and let's see if Smart UV project works here. Yeah, actually it's work. That's very cool. All right, now I will grab this and any part of this side and then hit Control L and let's add another slot in here. Let's search for wire, hit enter and then hit assign. All right, now let's start with this one. Grab it, hold shift to grab this piece. Just keep that in mind. It's not necessary to add these materials one by one. You can, there's another scenario. Now if you grab this and if you hold shift to add this and hit Control L and choose link material, both of these materials will be added right here. I think this technique will be faster. Grab this, tab, hit A, UV Smart Arab, and now it's wrapped. Cool. Tab again, grab this piece and grab that piece. This one, Control L and go to the wire and choose assign. All right, now I will select this, hold shift to grab this. And then hold shift to grab this one, Control L and choose link material and hold Alt to apply the same material on the two selected objects. And the same thing, tab, or before you tab, the material is not applied correctly, grab this tab, hit A, UV Smart Arab, and the same thing here, tab A, UV Smart Arab. Now grab those, tab, grab this and that one, and this and that one. Hit Control L and go to the wire, hit assign, and let's see if this assigned on all of these. All right, that's very cool. All right, so the structure of the cure, it's need a different material. So I'm not so quite sure if we can find something cool here. Let's type for dark. All right, maybe this one. Let's grab it and let's see it. All right, I think this one looks nice and we can use it. Let's see if we can make any tweaking here. I'm not going to change anything, but I will grab these pieces and let's search for the wire and apply it here because it's a rubber material. And what else? All right, so about the fabric, let's search for fabric. All right, I think this one looks nice. Let's try it. All right, it's 41 megabyte. I think that's too much. All right, let's try to find something lighter. All right, maybe this one. Click and drag and let's see it. This one 4 megabyte. That's cool, I guess. But let's apply it right here as well because I just want to search for something else. All right, what about this one? All right, this one looks nice. Let's try it, but it's dark. But let's see how this will be. 10 megabyte. I think that's too much as well. But it looks nice. Maybe this one. 5 megabytes. Looks very cool. Yeah, I like this one. And if you hit right click on it, you can see the information. And yeah, you can search and use it. A gray fabric. That's very cool. I will apply the same material here as well. Grab this, hold shift, grab this, Control L, and choose link materials. And now it's applied, and the result looks nice. Alright, so what that means is this cure is ready to be duplicated. I will grab the empty and then hit Shift G and then C to select all of these pieces and hold Shift grab the empty itself, and the ground is selected as well. Control and select the ground to deselect it. And now I will hit Shift with D to take another copy on the other side right here. And now I can go here to this filter and turn off mesh because I don't want to select mesh. And now I can grab this empty, hit R to the Z and rotate this and just give it a specific angle like that. And this will be it. And about this here, let's focus on it. And let's see which material we can give it. All right. Let's try to find something here. Maybe this one. Just click and drag and use it. 4 megabyte, looks nice. And the name is Carpet Fabric. Carpet? Carpet. Does that make sense to use a carpet fabric? Let's try to find something else. Maybe this one. This one looks nice. But let's see what's going to happen if we make the scale a little bit big. hit the home button. Alright, I can't select this, sorry, because I turned this off. Alright, 4, the scale is 4. Let's add a value to control the scale, and let's change the 0 to maybe 2. Let's start with 2 and plug this here. That's not going to work. 3, even 3. This material looks rough, not smooth, so that's mean we should find something else here. Let's see how this will be applied here. Alright, this one looks nice, but all what we need to do is just changing the color, and maybe we can use hue and saturation here. Let's search for hue and saturation, and let's put it right here, and let's take the saturation back to 0, and maybe we can manipulate the value. Hold shift and move this a little bit just to make this a little bit whiter, and I think that will work. Alright, 1.5, I guess. Hold shift to grab this piece, control L, and choose link materials. Alright, the material is not applied here correctly. That's mean the UV is not correct, and that's mean we need to unwrap it. Alright, I will save the project first before we go any further. And now I will tap to go to the edit mode, and now let's unwrap it. Let's go to the edge selection mode, and let's focus on some edges like these, as you can see here. Alright, I will take it to the local because I just want to focus on these edges in the middle, but it's a little bit difficult to grab them. For example, this edge loop and this one, sorry. Alt shift and add this with this one, and let's add this one and this one right here. Alright, and let's add this one. Or maybe we select the wrong edge. Alright, maybe this one. Alright, it's a little bit difficult to see. Alright, I will do something else. It's not necessary to pick the hidden edge. Maybe we can ignore it and pick one of these edges. I think that will be better, or let's say faster. Alright, so I will grab these edges like that. Can we pick one of these edges that could go around? Alright, this one, as you can see, it could goes around the selection, and that's cool. So try to find this edge, and that's it. And now I will grab these edges at the corner, and just make sure that these edges at the corner reach the one that goes around. And yeah, it's reaching this edge. And after doing that, just hit right click and convert this to a seam. Mark seam. And now we mark these selected edges as seams, and that's very cool. And now hit A, select them all, and come here, hit A to select the UV. It's like a dot right here, and hit U 2 times to unwrap it. And as you can see, it's unwrapped with a conformal. Maybe we can use the angle. It's a little bit different. Switch between them and see which one is fit. Go to the material review and let's take a look. Or I will scale this, make it big. Like that. Hit slash to excite. And now the material looks okay. And for the legs, we can give them the gold material. And I guess that will be it. Maybe not a gold like that. Maybe we can manipulate the color a little bit, and maybe we can make it a little bit rougher. Or there's another scenario. If we go here, we can find something else. Let's type gold, enter. All right, maybe this one. I guess this one will work here. Yeah, I like this one. It's very nice. And it's procedural material, I guess. It's cool, but it's a little bit heavy. Let's try to find something else. All right, this one is lighter. But maybe this one we can stick with. And now I will turn off the mesh so I can grab the empty, and then hit Shift G to open the select group, and then hit C to select the children. But I think we can't because this one is off. So let's try that again. Shift G, then C. All right, and now you can turn this off because I want to focus on the empty. And now we can copy this on the other side. Hit Shift D, and let's take a copy right here. R to the Z, just rotate this like that, and you can change the position a little bit, move it a tiny bit like that, and yeah, that's very cool. All right, and now maybe we can search for a carpet in the 3D model section. Activate the free, and let's search for carpet. All right, if you don't like these results, you can create a new carpet. So okay to do that. Let's see which one we can use here. Right, what about this one here? All right, it looks cool, but let's try to find something else. Maybe this one. I'm not quite sure, but let's give this a try. You can rotate it by rotating the wheel of the mouse. Actually, I like this one. Looks nice. Let's go back to this icon and let's turn on the mesh selection so I can select this. I will scale this and put it in place. Looks very nice actually. And I can make it even bigger, by the way. And yeah, I guess we can accept this result. One more thing here I would like to avoid is to put all of these pieces above the carpet, or maybe we can scale this to the Z, but that's not going to be perfect. So in this case, I will turn this off again so I can focus on the empty, and then move these a little bit up like that, and doing the same thing for the rest. Grab this one and let's move this up. Or if you do that for this, for example, this leg will be on the above the ground. Maybe we can rotate this tiny bit. Does that make sense to do? Or maybe the carpet is become too thick. All right, let's try to find something else, like grabbing the carpet itself. Okay, and scale this to the Z. Just make it thinner a little bit. All right, let's go back to this icon, turn off mesh, and I will grab the empty and hit G to the Z and take this down a little bit. Maybe grab this to the Z and let's move this down a 10 bit like that. All right, it's very close to the ground. That's okay. What about the sofa? All right, the sofa looks nice, I guess. We can accept something like that. It's okay. And what about the table? G to the Z. Maybe we can move it up a little bit like that. And I guess this chair as well. G to the Z, and let's move this up a little bit. And let's grab the empty of this chair, G to the Z, and let's move this up. And that's very nice. Very cool. We got some overlapping right here, but I guess in this case we can, I don't know. We can put it right here on the carpet, I guess. Does that make sense? And move it up. Yeah, why not? All right, cool. The result looks nice. I like it. All right, I think that's it for this video. I will end it here and see you in the next one. Hello again and welcome back here. All right, let's see what else we can do here. I guess we can start with the furniture. Let's give these pieces a material. For example, I can start with this one. And let's go to the materials and let's search for wood. And let's try to find something, sorry, in the material section. Let's search for wood. And let's try to find something dark, suitable for this piece of furniture. Maybe this one. Click and drag and let's apply it. All right, the material applied perfectly. In case you got any problem, just tap, hit A, go to the UV and choose Smart UV project, and that's it. It will be applied better. All right, let's jump to the next one. This piece of furniture. Let's try to find another wood material. Let's see if we can apply this again on this one. All right, it could be applied now, but recently I can't, and I don't know why. But the question is this material works here or not? All right, I will keep this material and I will try to find something else. And you can use this ball. By the way, you can grab it and put it close to this area just to apply a different material on it, and then we can decide which one is better. For example, I can apply this one here and I can duplicate it to have another one, and let's try to find another material. All right, what else we can, maybe this one, just click and grab it and download it. Let's apply it right here. All right, let's duplicate this and let's try to find a different material. I found this material here. It looks nice. You can search for the name. It's written right here. I will grab it and apply it right here just to see it. 3 megabyte, looks very cool. I think we can use this one. All right, let's apply it. Yeah, I guess this one looks better. You can grab this piece of furniture and tap, hit A and go to the face, sorry, to the UV, smart, hit Arab. And let's see what that will give us. The idea is I want to fix the direction of the wood. That's all what I want to focus on. I will put the reference image right here and let's maximize this and let's grab this tab. I want to go to the edit mode. Maybe we can go to the local mode. It's up to you. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I will select these faces here, hold Control Shift and grab that one, and now we got the face right here. Now I will rotate it like that. All right, and you can keep it out for now temporarily. And now I just fix the direction of this wood of this piece. And one more thing, maybe we can focus on those right here. The direction is not correct, and you can see how the woods goes, and this piece of UV is not goes with the flow of the wood. So I will rotate this like that. All right, and let's select these faces, hold Control, grab that one, and the same scenario, hit R to rotate 9 degrees like that. And now maybe we can focus on these as well. All right, so that's very cool. Now maybe those right here need to be rotated like this. And yeah, you can move this one up here. That's very cool. Nice. The direction of the sides looks nice. I have no problem with them. Now I will hit A and select everything and scale it because I want the wood material to be smaller. Maybe we can go beyond that by scaling this even more. Does that make sense? It's like to excite because I want to apply it here as well. Grab this hold here to grab this piece, Control L and choose link materials. It's not visible because of the UV. Tap, hit A, UV Smart Arab. Okay, I think this direction will be okay, but all what we need to do is just scaling this, make it big. Grab this, hold shift to grab this, Control L, link materials, select this piece, tab, hit A, go to the UV, Smart Arab. All right, maybe now I can scale this a tiny bit and rotate it, I guess. Yep, I can do that. Maybe this one, hold shift to grab this, Control L and choose link materials, tab, hit A, sorry, just select this one, tab out, grab this alone, tab, hit A, UV Smart Arab, tab, hit A, UV Smart and Arab it. And let's give it the same material, Control L, Control L and choose link material. All right, maybe we can rotate it and scale it a little bit. All right, that's very nice. And for the legs, maybe we can give them the same material. I'll have to grab this, Control L, link materials. Material is not visible. Tap, hit A, go to the UV, Smart UV Arab, and then tap back. Yeah, cool. All right, that's very nice. What about the TV? All right, let's bring back the reference image. I just want to see the legs made of steel, I guess. All right, in this case, we can download. Let's search for metal. I can use one of these materials. Maybe this one. Or that's not going to work. It's not smooth material. Let's try to type smooth metal. Let's see which one of these works. If you can't find the material that works here, you can create it, by the way. It's very simple. Can we type, for example, clean metal? Let's see if this one works. All right, I didn't find a good material for this small piece. Maybe in this case, we can create a metal material and it will be simple. Just select the piece that you want to give it the material and delete the old material from it and create a new one. And you can call this TV metal like that. All right, and all what you need to do is just increasing the metallic to 1 and manipulate the roughness. If you want it to be reflective or a little bit rough, and if you like to manipulate the color, you can do that. So something like this, it will work. And for the frame, grab it and let's create a new material and let's call this TV underscore maybe plastic. I'm not so quite sure if plastic written like this. Hit enter and let's make this one dark and make it reflective a little bit like that. And that will be it for the frame. And for the screen, let's create new material as well and let's call this TV underscore screen. Enter. And this one should be gray like that, and rough, I guess, a little bit. I guess something like that. Like maybe something like this. And it's up to you. You can change that. Or something like that. It should be a little bit reflective. So this is how to create the TV material. It's very simple. And maybe now we can jump to this shelf, and I think I will apply the same wood material to it. Let's grab these pieces, hold shift to grab this one, for example, Control L and choose link material. Or we can apply this material. I think that's will be better. Hold shift to grab this, Control L and choose link materials. And let's use smart UV projection. Tab, grab all of these faces, hit A, UV smart, unwrap. And yeah, I can accept this result. Grab this piece of wood, tab, hit A, and unwrap them. Hold shift to grab this, Control L, link materials. And yeah, the result looks nice. Maybe we can change the direction of the wood if you want to get better results. Tab, hits A and R to rotate these 90 degrees like that. And that's better. Very nice, very cool. Nice. All right, I think that's it for this video. I will end it here and see you on the next one. Hello again, welcome back here. Right now, let's jump back to the curtains. Let's try to find a good material for the curtain. all what we need to do here is just finding a smooth, a gray fabric material for the curtain. And as I remember, we found a lot of good fabrics materials here. So let's search for fabric, hit enter. And now let's start browsing these until we find something cool. I guess this one works. Let's apply it here and let's see how this will be. All right, it's very, very smooth, I guess. Maybe we can change the scale a little bit. Let's search for value. You can change the UV scale, that will work as well, but sorry, I think we just selected the wrong object. Grab this one and hit home just to, as you can see, it's 6. All right, let's change the X and Y to, for example, 3, not 6, or maybe all of them to 1. All right, I think that will work, this amount of scale. If you don't like it, you can find something different. This one looks nice as well if you want to try it. 16 megabyte, I think that's too much. Maybe this one. Right. There are a lot of good materials here we can try. I will keep searching until I find something cool. All right, I found this material. It's called Fabric, just Fabric, by Gims, and it's cool, but I think we can change the scale of this material a little bit. So let's see how that could be done. As you can see here, the scale on both mapping nodes are 5. I will add value and control that. Let's plug this one here, and this one maybe right here. And now I can change this to 1 maybe, and make it big, or maybe 0.5, I guess, if you like to make it bigger. But I think 0.5 is too small, so let's change this to 0.9 or even 1. I guess that will be better. I will stick with 1. 1 looks so nice. And I will grab all of these pieces. And don't forget to pick this one. And let's go back to this one. Hold Shift to grab this, Control L, and choose Link Material, and hold Alt. And now it should be applied, I guess. Yeah, it's applied, but something not makes sense happen right here. All right, the material is not applied perfectly on these pieces. Maybe that's because of, you can change the scale for these, but this material will be affected as well. All right, I think in this case we can give each one of these pieces a different material and change the scale. Or there's another scenario here. If you grab the UV, I mean, if you tap to go to the edit mode, and if you go to the UV editor, and if you select all the UV like that, you can scale it actually. Or maybe, as you can see now, nothing happened. I don't know why, but let's try that again. No, it's working. Yeah, actually it's working. So let's go back to this one. I just want to check the UV. As you can see, the UV is too big as compared with the image. So I guess we should do the same thing, or there's another scenario here I would like to do. I guess we can scale this bag like that. All right, let's make it a little bit bigger so I can get something similar to this one, to the next one. Maybe bigger. All right, grab this one. As you can see, the size. Grab this. All right, the size is even. And now what I will do is I will grab the first one, tab, grab everything here. I will scale this down like that. Maybe even more. And now I can change the value for all of them. Maybe a little bit more like that. And now if I increase this, I will fix everything. So grab this and let's type 3 maybe. And now let's see if that fixed the problem. Maybe we can type 4. Yep, that's better. All right, one more thing here. I just want to fix it quickly. When I zoom in here on the wall, I can see the texture clearly. And I think if we change the scale to, for example, 50, I think that could give us a different result. All right, 25 maybe. And let's increase the roughness to 0.9 to make it even rougher. I will go to 100. Yeah, something like that. Looks nice now. All right, let's see what else we can do here. Did we forget anything here to fix? That's very cool. The result now, it's almost ready to be rendered. I will end this video here and see you in the next one. Hello again, welcome back here. In this video, I want to focus on the windows. I just hide the reference images. And now let's unhide the windows. Let's try to find them first. So the windows are right here. I will make them visible like that. And let's start with the glass and let's search for windows and let's see what we can find here. So, all right, this is glass for a window. Let's try to find something else. Let's see, what is this? All right, maybe this one we can use. I will click and drag and put right here. And I will apply it on all of these. Grab this, hit Control L and choose link materials with Alt. And now it's applied. All right, after that, maybe we can add white material for the frames. So let's try to find, let's search for paint. Right, let's keep searching. Or I think we can use this material, but after that we will change the color. But let's download first. I'm not quite sure if this one will work, but let's give it a try. Let's change the color, go to the saturation, take the saturation back to 0. All right, it's reflective. It's like, yeah, it's for car. It's for car. All right, metal paint. Let's try this one. Maybe this one will work. Let's take the saturation to 0, and let's take the value as well. I just want it to be a little bit like gray, but not too much. Maybe something like that. And now I will select this frame, and I will select all these frames, this one and this one, and those right here. You can make it black if you like. That will work as well. Alt here to grab this, Control L, and choose link materials. All right, I think we made a mistake. Hold here to grab this, Control L, and hold Alt and choose link material. All right, and now you have the ability if you want to make this dark. I think dark looks nice. Yep. And by the way, these pieces, we don't need them anymore. You can delete them. And these curtains. All right, that's very cool. All right, I think that's it for this video. I will end it here and see you on the next one.